Hello. Before beginning today's topic, I'd like to share with you that you are a genius, you are special, you mean the world, and you are loved. Today's topic is why do I love routines? Well, let's look at humanity. There's this big paradigm in that we decide to surrender our internal state, our internal power, the ability to imagine, to create that lightning sensation in the brain, to use our third eye, to simply use our brain to create words, to use our heart. We surrender all internal processes to the body. And that's to say that we basically like to think by not thinking. So I used to live in that paradigm, and it was fascinating. It was very riveting. I'm being sarcastic, but not so much. The thing is, I can never say it's bad because it's a stepping stone into your greatest creation. It shows you that there's something infinite about you. And that state of mind is an illusion, but it is a stepping stone to stepping into your heart, which is a constant, conscious, infinite state that you create. I do this by creating an elevated emotion. If you want more information, at the end of the video, I'll share with you how you can get into your heart and maintain an elevated emotion. But the reason I love routines is because even though I am 100% conscious, and I truly am 100% conscious. The reason I can say this is because 100% of the time, I am creating that elevated emotion. And we know the instruments of the body now, right? We know the body is an instrument, and we know inside of it there exists two instruments. We have the brain and we have the heart. Now, the only way to be 100% conscious is to use your heart 100% of the time. And through this, I started to grow a passion for personal development, and it all boiled down to me becoming this monster. I looked at everything in my life and said, how can I be more efficient? Because previously, I already had admitted to myself that, if I have more time, then I'm going to give it to my loved ones, or I'm going to get a side hustle, do something to better my life. So I already knew that being efficient is going to cut time off. So I looked at everything in my day, literally everything: how I brush my teeth, how I shower, how I meditate, when I meditate, how I dress, what I dress, and I started to become conscious of all these things that I need in my life, and I wanted to put them in routines. And the end of this video, you're going to see the light of the end of the tunnel, because it is very dark. In the beginning, your friends are going to tell you, dude, like, come on, we never see you, you don't want to just hang out. And there I am being that, like, that a-hole that everybody may think and say, hey dude, I'm sorry, like, I can't this weekend. Why? Because that's also something that I put in my routine, because it's all about being conscious. Because if let me digress. Let me tell you one thing quickly. You making a decision when it's time to make a decision does not make you conscious. It does make you conscious, but only 5% of the time. Let me explain why. Being conscious means that you go out there and make that possibility. In the world of having to hang out with your friends, you go meet someone, you talk to people, and you have them after you have consciously wanted to go make friends, they're going to then come to you and ask you, hey, do you want to hang out? Versus the later, that is, you get out of work, right? You had no plan of going to hang out, but your friend tells you, hey, do you want to hang out? And now you feel empowered. Now you feel you're a conscious being. This is how that paradigm of surrendering all your power is so seductive. Because you feel, oh, because I get to make the decision, I am now a conscious person. Although it is true, but how conscious are you? Like, you're 5% conscious. You are literally what studies say. You're that person that's 5% conscious. The only impact, the only impulse you had in that reality was to say yes or no. You didn't attract it. Why do I say this? Because if you would have said no, then you would have said, well, I didn't attract it. So we go back, and I went and started becoming conscious. I said, okay, I want to save money. I'm going to give my friends 2 weekends out of my month. I'm going to give my girlfriend X amount of time out of my month. Why? Because then you can start look at your full day and you have more time. How many of you, after you get out of work, go happy hour, go smoke it up, go to the strip club, go watch Netflix and chill with your girlfriend? We all know what that means, right? And then you wake up and you're like, man, I'm so tired. I wish I had more money. We're midway through the month. I already don't have money. I wish I can go on vacation, but I don't have money. Well, what are you doing with your day? You get out of work, you go smoke, you go drink, you go to happy hour. This one's dear to all of us, but I gotta say, you just go Netflix and chill all weekend. Let me tell you something. Your partner is going to get tired of that. Your partner is going to want to Netflix and chill in Dubai or in Australia. But because you're so caught up in not making decisions and not making routines for yourself, you say, well, whenever you're doing it, it makes sense, right? It feels good, and you're like, yeah, you don't see the negative impact Netflix and chill all weekend has on your life when you're not conscious. Because when you're not conscious, you'll have two thoughts. There's two sides to everything. What is the instrument that is giving you those thoughts? It's your mind. It's your brain. Let's look at how it's built. It's split in two sides. And then those two sides are split in two sides. So you only have two options in life. You can say yes or no, and we're Netflixing and chilling, and we don't see the possibility of using this time to investigate how to have multiple streams of income. You think it's gay? You think your partner's not going to want to sit by your side and have her boyfriend try to come up with multiple streams of income? From experience, I'll tell you, your partner is going to be more aroused by you working, hustling, than Netflix and chill. Why do I love routines? Because it took a lot of energy. I was dark. I was absent. But you know what I have now? I have freedom. So I told you I'm 100% conscious. It doesn't take the brain to be 100% conscious. It takes the heart. And what do I do with the heart? Again, I maintain an elevated emotion. We can say that's all I use my internal energy for, right? Just to create an amazing sensation 24/7. So I say that because what I'm about to say is going to sound like I don't have to think or I'm not a conscious person. So now what am I going to say? What I'm going to say is this. I love routines because now I don't have to think. I don't have to think. Why? Tomorrow, I know what I'm going to I know what I'm going to wear. I know what I'm going to do. I know what time I'm going to do the things I'm going to do. I know what I'm going to eat. I know when I'm going to rest, when I'm going to meditate, when I'm going to study. I know I have an hour of research and development, an hour for personal development, an hour to communicate just with my partner, and an hour for Netflix. What does this mean? That I am 100% in control of my day. Yes, you're right. If someone comes around, whether it be a family member, whether it be my partner or a friend, and they ask me something to do something that's outside of my routine, am I going to say yes? Hell yes, I'm going to say yes. Because if I don't, then I'm surrendering to them. If I love someone, I love my family. I have time built out for them, for my partner, for my friends. So I'm not an a-hole. The only way you can love others is by loving yourself. So now I don't have to think and I don't have to make stupid decisions. I know when I'm going to go to the strip club if I decide to, when I'm going to go and I don't know. But I love routines because after you master your day, there's a liberation of freedom. And then you can start saying, you know what? I want an hour of research and development. I want a personal development hour. I'm going to designate an hour specific to my partner for communication, for love. That's why I love routines, because after all the thinking, after making the routine, and it takes a lot of energy, all I have to do now is be my 100% conscious infinite self and show up to my routine, show up to my to-do list through the elevated emotion. So now my only thinking and processing is making sure that my external life receives from me what I am feeling inside. And if what I'm feeling inside is blissfulness and love and compassion and elevating emotions, that's what I'm going to give. This is the reason why I love routines. I ask you to share this video with your loved ones, with your mastermind group, and really take it in for what it's worth and start building your world. And don't let anyone, it doesn't matter if it's your mom, literally, it does not matter who it is, they aren't you. If you love your mom so much, then you're gonna give her 2 hours out of your day, if that's the case. If you think I'm an a-hole for telling you, make your routine and don't let anyone else take your time, if that makes you think, well, what about my partner or my dad or my kids? Well, make sure that those people that you love so much are consciously in your routine. And comment also below, what routines do you have? What hours do you have throughout your day? You know, how many different times do you rest? Because rest is important. What does your day like? I want to know in detail what your day looks like. Maybe you're going to give me some insight and I'm going to make a change, because that's very plausible. Also, comment below what topics you want me to cover in the future. And I invite you, to join my family. My family, we are individuals that live from the heart, and we are masters at teaching the art of living from the heart. This membership also comes with 2 daily meditations, a weekly meditation, and a monthly meditation. Till next time, hope to see you on the brighter side.